home. Livingston Regional Hospital. Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Have a good time tonight, Baxter. Thanks for coming out. Christ Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into our coverage of the Livingston Academy Wildcats soccer match here tonight, as this is our first coverage of Livingston Academy Wildcats soccer, and it's senior night here at Livingston Academy. Craig Cantor with you. Phil Marshall unable to be with me tonight. Sayla Howard going to join us here on the broadcast. And Sayla, thank you for coming over and helping us out with this broadcast here tonight.
I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous, so.
That's all right. It's a whole lot better than going to the dentist. That's all. That's what I tell everybody that helps out. You always, of course, you play on the Livingston Academy girls soccer team. What's it like when you come out against Upperman? It's always a big rivalry matchup with Upperman, and it's always a big game when these two schools get together. Talk about what it's like kind of in the pregame getting ready for a game against them.
Just to, mentally prepare, make sure all of our heads are in the right spaces, Because it's super easy to look at Upperman and look at their history and underestimate them, but that's when teams can come back and beat you. And I feel like a lot of times that's what we do, and then we come out flat-footed.
Now, you talked to that's another something you look at. They're a little short-handed tonight. They've only got 10 players, so they're only going to have 9 in the field. That's an adjustment for both teams. It's going to be tough on them, but Livingston's going to have to make that adjustment to be able to play and not get overconfident because there are only 9 out there, don't they?
Yeah, that's a big thing for Upperman, too, because we have a ton of subs, but at the same time, we do not need to underestimate them because that's exactly when teams can come in and they can do really well. Our team is very good at man marking, and we'll have a few less to man mark tonight, so that's an advantage for Livingston Academy, but I don't know.
The Livingston Academy, the Wildcats coached by David Sadler, they are 5-3 overall, 2-2 in district. I guess they're still in 7 AAA in soccer. I'm just having as we go along. And let's go over the starters here. First for Livingston, number 2, Will Brown. Number 3, Tripp Stadler. Number 4, Jackson Baker. He's one of the 4 seniors celebrating senior night here tonight at Livingston. Number 8, Darren Knatzer. He's a senior for Livingston Academy. Also number 9, Dylan Holman. Number 10, Hayden Clark. Number 13, Dylan Watson. Number 17, the goalkeeper, Nathan Kogel. Number 20, Mason Beasley. Number 22, Chris Cahill. And number 30, Jackson Lindsay, the starters for the Livingston Academy Wildcats. They are, as we said, 5-3 overall, 2-2 in district play. Now for Upperman, they're coached by Mark Herberman. He is assisted by Mike Herrick and Vince Ferguson. And they will start like this. As we said, only 10 players. They will go with number 28, DJ Branch. Number 14, Emiliano Domingo Mendez. He wears number 14. Also, the goalkeeper, number 15, Kevin Gallegos. Number 00, David Green. Number 21, Bo Griffin. Number 29, Joshua Rampanchik. Also, number 1, Zachary Randall. Number 27, Elijah Reap. Also, number 76, Luke Tabu. And number 18, Gage Walker. And saw a baseball or softball player the other night wearing number 99. Soccer player wearing number 76. You ever seen that before?
Yes, actually. A team, I forgot what team it was, but her number is 99, and she is a beast. She's really good. So anytime I see number 99, I'm like, oh gosh, she's going to be good or he's going to be good.
So big numbers may mean big players, good players. Livingston Academy will be defending the goal to our left. Upperman defending the goal to our right. Talk about it. You play defense. What's the advantage and disadvantage? Probably more of a disadvantage right here with this sun as it starts out right in your face if you're on that defensive end, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime we're playing, we always try to get the right goal first because the sun is setting and it's super, super bright. Like Nathan Kogel right now is going to have to shade his eyes because the sun is so bright. Same with the defense, and usually by the time of the second half, the sun's always down, and it's a lot better to see and make good passes. So it's definitely a disadvantage, and you always want to get the side where you're not having the sun in your face.
Well, I tell you, it's a beautiful day, upper 70s, great conditions, except the wind. It's probably blowing 25 miles an hour, and it's blowing straight across the field. You put a soccer ball up in the air, that's going to carry toward us every time, isn't it?
That's true, and the flags are pointing towards the left, so that's also an advantage for the Upperman.
Livingston looking to attack and coming out to make the stop as Gallegos out the goal there for Livingston, and that long kick, that shows you they're going to be aggressive on this senior night, looking to attack even from distance, aren't they?
That's true, and the ball just got carried by the wind in like 30 yards, so you can definitely tell that Upperman will have that advantage, especially when shooting.
And now you think about going the other way, that kind of died a little bit on Kogel, that kick that he brought out there. So that may be why that Upperman may have chose this end to go into probably the sun. You're probably right, but this wind would be a big factor too.
Yeah, because anytime you're in a game, you want to try to get up first because the other team can start to fail.
Kogel coming out again at the edge of the goalie box there to play that one as he was right on that white line as he's able to get to that one. Now he'll clear it out for Livingston Academy as the Wildcats looking to get a district win here today against Upperman and try to continue their good play in the district as Upperman will take it away there. Then Livingston takes it right back on the far side. And so many times the intensity of those kicks there when you're 10, 12 yards apart from each other and it goes back and forward so many times, that intensity really picks up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And usually when you're closer together, you try to do softer passes so it can be a 1-2 down the line. But sometimes it just gets hit a little too hard and it just bounces back and forth, and that causes you to lose control of the ball.
Livingston with possession is controlling it over there. On the right side was man, but it's going to be out of bounds, and a throw-in coming here for Upperman right near midfield as they'll play it toward the Livingston goal. They'll play it in the offensive field with Domingo Mendez controlling there in the middle of the field. He'll make the pass to the right side. They look to attack. That's played away by Livingston, though. Picked up out near the midfield line is there to get it for the Bees. They'll play it back the other way, and Livingston going to make a stop there. And a whole lot of just kind of feeling each other out right now, just kind of seeing which spot you want to go with the ball right now. And then there's a long pass by Livingston looking to run as they'll bring it down the far side. A little body check there by the defender for Upperman to slow down Chris Cahill. Cahill then has it knocked away, and as a defender, that body check can be a big weapon for you, can't it? As they can use their body, as long as the contact's clean, they can be able to take the ball away just like they showed right there.
Yeah, that's a big part, especially in defense, is using your body to get around the ball because you're going to get pushed around if you don't.
They may have called a penalty here, and they will call a penalty on Upperman, so it's going to be a penalty kick here for Livingston as they'll take it on the far side. They'll play it toward the goal. It'll be just out of the reach of the player Kane across the middle there for Livingston Academy. He's trying to get to it. Looked like was Baker. Well, that's 9 there for Livingston. That is Dylan Holman. They tried to hit on that little pass. Now a throw in here for Upperman as they'll play it up the near side where it's going to be taken away by Watson. Watson makes the pass in the middle to Sadler. Sadler now works it up to the middle of the offensive field. They'll take the long shot, but right guy goes to make the stop, and a pretty deep shot there by Clayton Ledbetter. Just couldn't get beyond Gallegos, and he read that one pretty well coming at him, and a pretty good stop on that long shot. There's a deep kick by Gallegos, and there you talked about that wind, and that wind may have helped out right there because Kogel had to adjust to that funny hop, didn't he? That almost bounced over his head.
Yeah, it did bounce around on the field. That's a very big part of soccer when it's windy. It is so hard to read the ball and which way it's going.
And that hop, you didn't. I'm like Nathan, didn't expect it to be that high, but it just he's able to leap up and get that. If that's another 6 inches, that's trouble because they had somebody breaking behind him. Here's going to be a kick for Livingston. Taking it's going to be Will Brown right at midfield as he'll play it for the Wildcats. He takes it to Sadler with the header. Now he'll head it back toward the goal. It's going to bounce in front of the goal. Gallego's going to come out. It's loose right in front. The ball is still rolling free. Upperman plays it out. Livingston going to try to get to it. They'll work it to the right side. The Wildcats against the double team will cross it over with Holman. Holman now tries to split through a triple team. Can't get free in there to get out of there is Tabu, but the long pass going to be played by Livingston. It's controlling. It's Hayden Clark. Clark then with the pass to the far. Oh, that's a pretty pass there behind the back as Livingston looks to break up the far side and running in to the player over there and knocking down Livingston Academy's, I think that is Holman there that was knocked down for the Wildcats. Those numbers are small, so it's hard to see from all the way over here. But that pass that they made behind the back, it was Darren Knatzer, number 8, not 9, and Knatzer going to take the free kick here for Livingston Academy. As he'll take it from just beyond the light pole, they'll bounce it in with the left foot. Oh, that's got a chance as Gallegos didn't read it, and it just missed wide.
That would have been really pretty.
Just got through there. Gallegos, I don't know if he may have just lost the side of it or what, but just couldn't track that one down. It rolls right in front of the goal, and now it's going to be a free kick here for Upperman. Talk about that behind the back pass. That's just kind of playing with each other a lot, just knowing what your teammate's going to be doing, isn't it?
That's true, and you have to have skill to do that move. You can't just have it from playing like 1 year soccer. That's something that's learned and trained for. Jackson has definitely been doing that.
Cahill looking to attack. He'll make the pass in the middle. Is kicked back out to Sadler. His left-footed shot going to go right across the crossbar. Just misses high. And again, they're setting people up with good looks in front, and just going to have to find those corners. It's kind of you've got to move that goalie around and find the open spot to find the right hole, don't you?
Yeah. Tripp takes a lot of shots outside of the 18, and he's pretty accurate.
Here's Gallegos to play this one out. Seems like most of the first half has been played here in the Upperman end. Long pass up ahead, going to be headed away by Baker. Now they'll pop it up in the air with Cahill. Controlling it now is going to be Holman. Holman gets it back. He'll pass now to Watson. Watson trying to go back on this near side to Holman, but it's going to roll out of bounds off Upperman. So a throw in here as Livingston tries to play it in quickly, but now they'll get a different player stepping out with Watson stepping out to throw in. He'll play it right side of the box. Oh, headed behind to the player in the middle of the box. They'll pass it right side now as Watson looks to attack. Ball kicked away by Tabu, and it's going to bounce out long, and there to come up with it's going to be Will Brown. Then out running him is going to be Upperman as they look to attack on this near side. It rolls free, and Kogel going to come out and get it. That's good speed by Upperman, getting behind the defender, and then just Livingston hustling back that second tier of defense. You got to have help behind you, and Livingston showed that.
Yeah, Will Brown got a foot on that, of course, and he's got some speed. So did the Upperman player. We're going to have to watch him tonight.
Long pass here, tried to hit Sadler, but it bounces away from him, but Livingston gets control. They'll take the shot with the left foot, but that just misses wide for Cahill, and pretty good look there. He's a little disappointed on that one, isn't he?
Yes.
Had a good look to this near side, just didn't catch it cleanly with the foot. We've played almost 8 minutes here in the first half, no score.
Yeah, he was probably watching the offsides. That's why he didn't have a good run on it.
That does make a big difference. You have to be aware of where you're at because those rules, you can't be behind that last defender, can you?
No, you cannot. And it is so hard to watch, especially playing from that position. I've learned that sometimes you can just get so lost in the game and not pay attention. It is so easy to get called offsides.
Whistle stopping play there as that one's out of bounds. Touched last by Baker. Now they're going to stop for a throw in here for Upperman. Stepping out to play in will be Zachary Randall. Randall plays it left side, right near the sideline. Then they play it off of Holman and out of bounds. And sometimes that's smart. You can get something set up this way as they look to attack in front. Upperman's got it right in the top of the box as they'll back it over to the right side. Now working on that right side is Reap. Now Livingston knocks it away, and Livingston takes it away, but that's a pretty good play right there. You get right to the top of the box and have people moving on both sides. That person there in the middle can make the decision where he wants to go. Livingston Academy with it there at the midfield stripe. They'll pass it ahead as they look to attack now to the Wildcats on that far side. Defender falls down. Cahill has it knocked away by that defender falling down, and that's good defense there just to knock it away as he's falling down to keep them from that breakaway because Cahill had almost gotten behind him.
He is. He's gotten close a few times. They just need to get a foot on the ball.
Corner kick now to be taken over on the far side by the Wildcats. Man will take it. He'll go to the near side of the box, popped up in the air, and Gallegos able to go in and get it. And, boy, that traffic in there, it's like I-40 in the middle of Nashville on a Friday afternoon. That traffic gets wild in there sometimes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Long pass ahead, Upperman looking to run out. And, again, Kogel going to come out and get it before the Upperman player, DJ Branch, could get down there to get to it. And Kogel, he's had a lot of touches in the early going, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. How many starters did you say Upperman has?
They've only got 9 defenders, 9 players on the field and the goalie, so they've got 10 players is all they have. And now this one goes long. Gallego's going to come out and get it. But it doesn't seem like they're that short-handed right now.
I was about to say, I cannot tell at this moment that they are short one. I mean, maybe later in the game I can tell they're getting out of breath, but they're playing a good game.
Yeah, and certainly you never hope anything happens, but an injury could really cause issues for them if somebody was to have to leave the lineup. Livingston looking to work it back in the backside. That's Bryson Mann that is checked in for Livingston Academy as the Wildcats have it on the far side with Canatzer working over there. Quick crossover to the left foot. That's a quick move there as they make the pass ahead, headed their need away by Upperman. The Bees with controls. They look to bring it offensive field, but Livingston there to take it away. As again coming in to stop it, Canatzer there for the Wildcats. As he's going out of bounds, he'll slip, but able to keep control. Now he looks to attack on that far side, spins away from the defender.
Breakaway.
Shot with the left foot right at Gallegos, though. Almost a little trip action going on there by the Upperman defender, wasn't there? But Cahill able to work his way through it.
Yeah, they're being really physical tonight. But those are some of the exciting games to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's when it's fun, when they get physical. Here's a quick move by Dylan Watson. Watson makes the pass far side to Canatzer. Now they work it near side to Baker. Baker in the middle now to Sadler. Sadler spins to his left side. Double team, tripped up. Upperman takes it away. The ball rolling free there to chase it down is going to be Cahill. Cahill makes the pass out to Holman. Now to Baker. Back to Cahill on the right side. And now a whistle going to stop play. And there's what you talked about. That offside's going to give the ball back to Upperman.
It's just so hard to get lost in the game. And I understand where Chris is coming from because I played that position.
Gallego's going to come out and take this one here for Upperman. And I think you can see that that's changed things. When you have the normal number of players on the field with the goalie, normally he wouldn't come that far out and take one, would he?
I mean, some goalies do. It's just a matter of, like, protecting the goal at the same time. It's risky to do that. To have your goalie out of the goal at any time is scary.
Upperman quickly on the Livingston end, and they're out of bounds. A throw in here for Livingston Academy as the Bees may have been touched by Livingston. They're going to call a penalty on the Wildcats. I didn't see what that was. It's going to be a kick here for Upperman after the penalty, or the foul against Livingston. Not a penalty, but a foul on the Wildcats. So
I think it's a throw.
Yeah. You can't see that out of bounds line over there. As Livingston with control now. On the offensive end, Upperman going to take the shot. They miss wide to the left, but a pretty good look that time by the Bees as they look to be aggressive with only 3 players really on the attacking end, but they got a pretty good look at it that time. Taking the kick there is Will Brown playing up near midfield. Hayden Clark with control now for the Wildcats. Excuse me, that's 16. That is Bryson Mann. Mann now to Watson. Watson, long pass ahead, knocked away by Upperman. It rolls back to the Upperman offensive end where they'll have control, but coming in to steal it for Livingston Academy is going to be Will Brown, then knocked right back to the Livingston side where Canatcher will control it.
They're giving him a lot of time in the midfield.
Canatcher makes the pass on the far side. Controlling over there for the Wildcats, Jackson Lindsay had it go off his hands and out of bounds, or a penalty called on Livingston, so a kick here for Upperman coming out of it. I didn't see what the call was on that. While Upperman takes this, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. If I can keep everything from blowing away here tonight, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Barley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Cooper Recycling, as Livingston looks to attack here on this offensive end. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, and B&R Metals. Corner kick coming up here for Livingston. Is stepping out to take it is Jackson Baker with the right foot. He'll take it field side, plays it off the header by Holman. It's taken over on the far side by Livingston. Lindsay will back it out now for the Wildcats. As they take the long shot, knocked away by Gallegos. It's still loose on the Livingston end, but that was a long shot by Livingston Academy. Had a chance to go top corner on this right side.
Pretty shot.
That one headed away by Livingston's Cahill. Played out long here. A lot of contact there as Hayden Clark just ran into a little late whistle, but I think the correct call. And Hayden, he saw it coming. He was braced for that, wasn't he? Going to be a penalty here against Upperman.
Looks like they're giving a yellow.
It is a yellow card on Upperman. A yellow card on the Bees, so he's going to have to leave.
And that gives 9 on the field. Field counting the goalie, so
Yes.
8 on the field.
That is having to leave the lineup, number 18, Gage Walker, coming out. So you talk about shorthanded, that really changes things, doesn't it?
Yeah. Puts a lot on your team when you do that.
Penalty kick here for Livingston. Taking it will be Baker. No, it won't. It will be Brown. Brown right to the top of the box. Upperman tries to play it away.
Looks like we're not going to get the call on that one.
The entire Livingston team thought it happened as Mann trying to work inside. Ball knocked away. Mann will keep control, though. Passes left side where Upperman will play it free, but there to get to it, Sadler. 24 minutes to play in the first half. Sadler takes the shot with the left foot, bounces away from Gallegos, but he gets control there for Upperman as that one almost got away from Gallegos, and that's, Phil always talks about that rebound is the big play, and if it bounces off of him too far, somebody else can come in and get that second chance goal.
Yeah, strikers are a big part in that.
In the front with it is Dylan Watson near midfield. Now they'll make the pass to Mann. Mann has it kicked away by Upperman, but Livingston keeps control as Cahill has it midfield. Cahill tries to get the pass back from Lindsay. Ball is loose, and Livingston tripped up by Upperman there. As Watson going down.
Kogel gets a yellow card.
And they have a yellow card on Nathan Kogel. So now, when the goalie leaves, I guess they'll have to bring in another goalie. So we'll try to figure out.
Good thing we have a backup goalie. Rocco is really good.
So Rocco Carwile will be the backup goalie. And by the way that happened, must have been something that he said, wouldn't you think?
Oh, definitely. There's no play on him to cause him to get a yellow card.
Yeah, so nothing happening down there, so something said. Now Livingston will have the penalty kick. They'll back Upperman up the required distance for the Wildcats to take the kick. Livingston has Brown and Mann both there. Looks like Mann may be the one that's going to take it. Mann ready. 4 defenders lined up right in front of him. Mann with the right foot. Oh, that's a good look on the left side. You expect so many times people to take it up over the top of him. He put it on the ground trying to take it around him. Talk about the thought process there.
Well, most of the time, people try to go in the air, and sometimes on the ground, they're trying to get a pass across. And I don't know if that's what they were going for there or just a low shot.
Guy goes to play this one out. So Upperman, only 8 players out there, but they get control, but then taken away by Cahill. Tries to make the pass to Watson, but Watson wasn't ready. Now that one played right off the side of the head of Cahill. Livingston will keep possession with Sadler going to Mann. Mann back to Sadler, right back to Mann on a little give and go. Mann trying to outrun the defender will get to it. They body check him down on the end line, and a whistle going to stop play, and a penalty going to be called on Upperman. There's a lot of contact there as Mann showing good hustle, just trying to outrun that defender. And now Livingston will have a penalty kick over on the far side, about 30 yards from the left post, as Mann will take it with the right foot. They line up 3 on the opposite side of the goalie box. Now they bring Knatzer over, or they're Holman over near him on that far side as they change the formation completely as I talk about it. Referee coming in to talk to the player that he gave the foul on. Mann makes the pass right in front. Gallegos will play it. Pretty spot to put it, though, wasn't it?
It was very pretty.
Gallegos plays this one long, but nobody back there except one Upperman player. 3 Livingston defenders is getting control of it. Is Baker then knocked away and out of bounds. Whistle going to stop play. As I think we may have another foul on Upperman, so it'll be Baker to take it after the foul on the Bees. This one played up near midfield where Sadler will play it on the Livingston offensive side. Sadler makes the pass left side to Lindsay. Lindsay trying to outrun the defender. He'll get to it first. Now the defender will slip around him and take it away. Pretty good defensive play there as they back it back out, though. Sadler gets control for Livingston. Sadler now will make the pass back out to Knatzer. Knatzer back to Lindsay. Lindsay on the far side makes the pass up middle of the field to Clark. Clark
Switching
now.
fields.
Clark now with the pass on the near side. Mann Man works it right side to Holman. Now Man, quick move to the right side, then the shot off the hands of Gallegos, but he recovers. Well, Man's quick, isn't he? He can get separation.
Fast. We just need to start rebounding what the goalie doesn't pick up. That's the second or third time that's happened.
Halfway through the first half, no score between these two old rivals here tonight. Upperman on the season, they're 4-10 overall, 0-6 in District 7 AAA play. Long pass going to be played offensive court by Walker. Walker brings it back to the defensive side. Now the long pass, that's free, but there to get to it defensively for Upperman is Rampacek. Long pass now going to be played by Knatzer. Knatzer has it knocked away, but Livingston will keep control. Lindsay with it over on the far side. Back to Knatzer, right back to Lindsay as they work it near the midfield line. Long pass up this near side, going to be kicked out of bounds by Livingston. The throw in coming here for Upperman as Taibu will step out to throw in. Only one back there to get to it is Baker for Livingston Academy. Kicked away, though, by Upperman's Randall and out of bounds. So a throw in here, but Taibu will get to it. Played by Watson. Watson now passes the middle man. Man quickly to his right side. Man makes the pass ahead to Cahill. Cahill with a chance to break through, but Upperman with a good defensive play by Bo Griffin coming back and just putting his foot right near the foot of the Livingston player trying to play it. And that's one where you never know who's going to get control, do you? Goes off Taibu and out of bounds. It'll stay with Livingston. Stepping out to throw in will be Jackson Baker. Baker plays it in to Sadler. Heads it up in the air. Played away by Upperman. Still on the Livingston offensive end as getting control is Watson. Quick move to his right side. Watson will take a shot, but a whistle going to stop playing. I think we've got another foul. Going to be on Livingston Academy, so the foul on the Wildcats will give the free kick here to Upperman as Taibu will take it. And the refs kind of really getting involved in this one tonight, aren't they? They're calling just about everything, and I think it's just because of the intensity of the matchup between these two teams.
I think so, too, and just keeping the match calm and sportsmanlike as possible.
Stepping out to take the kick is Gallegos, the goalie, again stepping out. And like you talked about, he's a long way away from the goal. That's going to be empty for a while as he gets back to it. Upperman keeps it in bounds, but they say he didn't keep it in bounds. As Livingston Academy with a quick throw in here. Watson with it on the defensive end. Long pass ahead. It'll bounce. It'll be played away from Cahill. Good defensive play there by Upperman, but stepping in to steal it is going to be Holman. Holman now to Lindsay. Lindsay back in the middle of Sadler. Sadler dribbling there in front. Has it kicked away. Goes right off an Upperman player, and that's one of those that's very close. But that dribbling, that's one of the, talk about how you learn to be able to do that. That's one of the toughest skills in soccer, is being able to dribble in traffic the way Tripp was doing right there to keep it away from the Upperman defense.
I think just a lot of practice. Not touching the ball for months at a time just won't get you that kind of skill. And he is always training. He's always at the fields, and that's just something you have to earn over time.
Guy goes to play this one out for the Bees as he has had a lot of work tonight. Really haven't done a lot of shots on goal, really on frame, as this one played to the Upperman offensive end, but Brown will get to it for Livingston, then going to be taken away by Upperman. Pretty steal there by the Bees as they work it on the far side, but then coming up to take it away is Knatzer. Knatzer playing on that far side. The wind letting up a little bit now, turning into a really pleasant night here tonight for this matchup between Livingston Academy and Upperman. Senior night. What's it mean for these seniors? I know you're a sophomore, you'll be a junior next year, so you've seen a couple of senior classes go through here at Livingston Academy. Got to be a very special night for them on senior night.
It is. It's very bittersweet watching some of the people I grew up with play soccer and knowing it's one of the last games I'll get with them. It's very emotional, at least for girls it is. Like, it's happy to see them going on to the next stages of life, but at the same time, you're going to miss them, and you're going to miss their presence on the team. Especially our seniors were all leaders, and I know, like, Lily Copeland, she got hurt, and she tore her ACL practice one day. That was just a very hard season and senior night because I had played with her since I was in rec league. And just knowing that it was like one of my last games with her, it was super sad, but I'm super excited where she's going to go with the rest of her career.
Upperman with control. Livingston kicks it away, though. There to play it is Canancer. His pass to the left side. Now the Wildcats look to attack. Quick move over there by Mann. Mann then will spin back to his left, trying to work against that defender. Pretty good move there to get free. Now he's got inside position, push from behind, and a foul going to be called. A little contact there, and that's the push against Mann, and it's going to be very close to in the goalie box. This might turn into a penalty kick.
I think you're right.
The old
Copeland's now in.
The old eyes hadn't failed me completely tonight. So it is a penalty kick here for Livingston Academy.
Kogel's taking it.
Nathan Kogel coming back in to play in the field for the Wildcats. He started at goalie. Now he's going to take this penalty kick here as guy goes shading a little bit to the right side of the goal, giving him more room on Kogel's left. There's the whistle. Kogel to attack. Kogel takes the shot on the right side and bangs it home in the back of the net. Puts the biscuit in the basket for goal number 1 for Livingston Academy as Gallegos, he went to the short side, and Kogel, that just power to get in there, wasn't it?
That was beautiful. It was also a lot of accuracy. That was a very pretty goal, especially for someone who plays goalie.
Yeah, that's true. He hadn't been out on this. Well, I haven't seen him that much, so I can't say that he hadn't been out there that much. But if you're the goalie, you don't get to touch it that much on the offensive end. But that was just, it wasn't any faking or anything. It's just, he said, I've got the strong enough leg to take it where I want it to go, and he just did that. 14:07 to play in the first quarter when the first goal was scored as the Wildcats go in front 1-0 here on senior night. Sinor scoring the first goal of the game. Kogel, he's battled some injuries throughout his 4 years at Livingston Academy in football and soccer both, and he's come through it and playing very well for this soccer team here in this 2023 season. Livingston looking to attack again. There's a handball. Sometimes instincts just take over and you put the hands up automatically, don't you?
Yes, it's happened a lot to me. Just protecting myself.
Yeah, I'd almost, there's times I see things happen out there that I'm going to put my hands up no matter what. Coach, I'm sorry. Self-preservation means a whole lot. 13.5 to play in the first half as Gallegos with the long kick to the Upperman offensive end. Played off the chest of Livingston Academy's Holman. Livingston still trying to get control. Holman finally will. Holman now to Baker. Baker makes the pass ahead to number 17, Kogel, up in front. Kogel looking to attack again. Kogel goes right side trying to get to Baker. It rolls away. Baker trying to outrun the defender. Who did that one go off of? It went off of Upperman as it was played off the foot of Bo Griffin. So a corner kick coming here for Jackson Baker. Whistle stopping play.
It looks like Dylan and Jackson switch positions.
Oh, the outside official is going to overrule it. Baker still thinks it's a corner kick. I don't think the other official even knows that they've changed it. They're going to take time here as Gallegos is shaken up. So now if he has to leave, that's really going to change what they will try to do. Have to bring somebody in to play goalie, so.
Doesn't look like they have anybody else over there.
No, it's going to be number 9 going over to get a goalie jersey. And I don't even see a number 9 on the roster we were given. That is 9. He's putting on the 00 jersey, though, so it may be David Green for Upperman. That's who we'll go with. And apologize later as he puts on that orange, Tennessee orange goalie shirt. If you were a goalie and you got to pick your color shirt, what would you wear?
Hot pink.
Hot pink. Didn't hesitate, did you?
No.
No hesitation. Coach Herberman out middle of the field to talk about something here. I'm not sure what he is discussing out there. Magagos, he's moving very slowly off the field. He's kind of shaken up here for Upperman. The Livingston Academy trainer is going to go down and check on him. I didn't really see anything happen to him, did you?
No, I didn't.
Don't know what happened. May have been when he tried to move on that penalty kick by Kogel.
They're back down a player there.
They're down to 8 now with 7 playing in the field with the goalie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. But the thing that they're doing is a pretty good idea. All game they've kept everybody on the defensive end. You're not going to score many that way, but it does keep the numbers kind of even to try to help you out defensively.
Oh, for sure it does. And with Livingston, we have a very strong defense. So they probably come into this game thinking they were going to be more defensive-minded.
Long pass ahead here by Upperman. Carwile come to the top of the box to get to it for the Wildcats as he'll play it out of there for Livingston Academy. Talked about it with Emma Dulworth, the goalie, one of those seniors you were talking about last year. She had a lot of games where a lot of times nothing really happened on her end. That's kind of the way this is going here. You got to be hard to stay in the game that way, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure it does. I've had to play goalie a few times on my travel team, and it is hard to stay in the game, especially when you're not getting to touch the ball any.
Pass right in front of the goal, kicked away though by Upperman as they're able to play that one away, but a corner kick coming here for Livingston. As stepping out to take it for the Wildcats is Jackson Baker. No, it's going to be a throw-in. I thought it got over the end line before they got to it, but it's going to be a throw-in here for Livingston. As Baker will take it for the Wildcats. He'll play it right near the right post over the head of Lindsay. Couldn't get to it. It'll bounce up top. A little Pele kick there by Livingston Academy's Knatzer. Couldn't get it to go, but that's a tough shot. And I say Pele, you probably don't know who that is.
I do not.
That was 70s. He would do that all the time. That's kind of who it was named for. Phil calls it a bicycle kick. I guess that's what the modern.
Yeah, that's how I know it by.
But Pele's the one who made that thing. He played World Cup for Brazil. There's a shot, bounces off the top of the bar, and that's a break right there for Upperman as that one bounced off the crossbar. As that little header almost got in. That was just a couple inches lower. That probably bounces the other way, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was a good save by the goalie, especially just coming off the field to play goalie.
Upperman with control as we approach 10 minutes to play in the first half. Upperman plays it back toward the Livingston goal, but there to get control is Holman. Holman now passes right side to Baker. Baker then has it knocked out of bounds by Tabu. It's going to stay with Livingston, so a throw in here for Jackson Baker to play it in for the Wildcats. Baker finally comes underneath to Lindsay. Lindsay plays it back to Baker. Baker then has it go off a defender. There to recover is Holman. Holman will work it to Knatzer, then kicked away, but Knatzer gets control. He'll pass it left side now for the Wildcats to Watson. Livingston's kind of, like you were talking about, they have moved some people around, haven't they? Watson started on this right side, is now coming up to quickly take it for the Wildcats there to get control is Lindsay.
Yeah, coaches sometimes do that on senior night. So some of the seniors who haven't got goals their career have a chance to get a goal.
That does kind of mix things up. Livingston's got Mason Beasley right in the middle now for the Wildcats as he's got it right near the top of the box. Out to Knatzer. He'll take the shot, but that misses wide to the left as Green is letting that one go. And now we'll take the free kick. It does kind of probably you don't get to practice too many times with these formations, though, so that might be just a little difficult trying to get the timing down with everybody in different spots, might it?
Oh, it for sure is, especially when you're not used to playing with people in different positions. Like I know I trained with the 4 girls. We played a 4-back, and we trained all summer with each other, and we got to know how we played. And when you throw another person in there, it just messes things up because you get so used to playing with the same people, and you can read each other really well.
Yeah, it was like fluid motion. There's a shot coming across the front of the goal. It's got a chance, but Tabu going to play it over the end line, and a corner kick here for Livingston Academy. It's just like you did. Everybody thinking the same thing at the same time. Talk about the corner kick here. What are you thinking here? You always have a set play that you're trying to take it to, or you just try to make a little eye contact with somebody and say we're going to go to here, or what's the thought on a corner kick here?
Well, I know for the girls' corner kicks, we had a few different corners we try to hit. And then sometimes you just kick it and hope somebody gets to it. It really just depends on the game. I know for me, I had this play where I would come up for defense and they'd pass it to me. That was one of our plays for corners. But then sometimes it would draw a defender out. So then that would mean we would change the play and we would just kick it to the goal and hope somebody got to it.
Sometimes in the end, you just got to play the game, don't you? That's what you got to do. You can call every play you want to, but sometimes players make plays, and it's a good sign here. Gallego's coming back in for Upperman, so good to see him able to come back in for the Bees. Now, like I said, I have to lean on my people that are helping me in soccer for a whole lot of the rules things. He's went out once for a medical reason. Can you do that more than once, or do you know if there's rules where you can't come back for a medical reason? I just don't know the substitution rules.
So, for an injury, if it's something like his muscles cramping up, obviously you can come in as many times. At least to my knowledge, you can. But if it's something more serious, like a head injury, I think you have to stay out of the game, just for your safety. I mean, I had a concussion in 8th grade, and there was no way I needed to come back in that game.
No. So I didn't know. That's good for Upperman, that if somebody does go out, that they can come back in as long as they're not seriously injured. As Livingston getting the stop there, as Upperman looking to attack. Wildcats leading 1-0 with 6.5 to play here in the first half, as whistle going to allow Upperman to have a throw in here. Stepping out to throw in will be Branch. Branch plays it into Tabu, wearing number 76, as we said. Now back to Branch. Branch has it taken away by Mann. Mann looking to attack for Livingston. Mann goes right side to Kogel. Kogel now to Baker. Baker with the pass on the far side, trying to hit Beasley, but a whistle going to stop play.
Offsides, I think that's what they called.
Is an offsides on Livingston, so the ball will go to Upperman. Official going to step up and explain the call here. Gallegos will take it. Wind just almost completely dying down now. Turned into just a perfect night for soccer. You couldn't ask for better than this in the middle of April. Is that long kick out of bounds?
I would kill to play in this kind of weather. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you all, when you start, it's usually 90 and a little humid or a lot humid. Then it'll end up cold, hopefully, by the time you're finished. As that one goes over the end line, so a kick here for Upperman as Guy goes to take that one. It is completely different. You think about the temperatures that the girls play in, the boys play in. It's you're starting in August, going into September, hopefully into October as the season goes along. But they start March when it's really cold, and it's just that's got to affect how you play, doesn't it?
Yeah, we start conditioning actually in June, and so we start conditioning early mornings, and it is so hot by the time we get done. And then in October, when we made it to state, we were like needing jackets and all this stuff.
Livingston with control on the defensive end. Watson with a long pass ahead. Baker's got a run out here. Baker looking to attack Gallegos. He'll take the shot with the right foot, but it goes wide and over the top of the crossbar, as I think he may have just got a little too wide open that time. Tried to drop it over the top of the head of Gallegos and just couldn't make clean contact. And sometimes you're running full speed. That contact is not as easy to make as it would be if you had a little more time to set up and take the shot.
That's true. My coach, Heather, always tells us to lean over the ball. And when you lean back, that causes the ball to lift off the ground. But when you lean forward, it causes a hard shot to the ground.
Upperman plays it up to midfield. They'll look to attack, but here to run it down on this near side is Holman. As it's kicked out of bounds, Holman plays it up to Baker. Baker now across the midfield line. He'll pass to Kogel. Kogel, left-footed pass, tried to hit Lindsay. Can Lindsay run it down? Gallegos coming out to try to stop it. And that's a big chance right there by Gallegos, and he and Lindsay, little slap of hands there, because there was a chance for some contact there, and both players thought, don't think I want to do that. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't have done it either. Gallegos to play this one out. 3 minutes to play in the first half.
He has a really good kick.
Left-footed, too.
Far.
Does that change how you have to defend people when their strong foot is the left foot instead of the right foot? Because you get instinctively you get to where you're just looking at that right foot, and if somebody's strong with the left foot, does that change everything?
It also depends on what side you're playing on. So if they're left-footed playing on the left side, you're like, okay, they're going to be really strong on this side. And it's the same thing with the right side. So, yeah, it kind of does, but you just expect after playing for so long. And especially when you have people on your team who are left-footed, you get to learn how to play with them.
And then Kogel trying to run that one down as it gets out of bounds. And then when somebody can use both of them as well as the other, or as one foot as good as the other, then that's really an issue, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I'm that way. I can use either foot equally. Like, I don't think I have one that's better than the other, so it's really hard for me to decide, like, which one I should shoot with, which one I should take my long kicks with.
Here's a throw in for Livingston. Baker play this one in on the right side. Baker goes right to the edge of the box. Knatzer trying to make contact, bounces inside. Beasley can't get to it. It's loose, is there to chase it down. A new player out. No, that's Mann out there with it for the Wildcats. Rolls up near midfield where Brown will get to it. Brown long pass ahead. Tybo there will play that one out, as it's going to be controlled by Branch. Long pass ahead. Carwile, little action here as he'll pick that one up right at the top of the box. He'll play it out to Holman. Tabu knocks it away and out of bounds. Here's the throw in. No, Kogel doesn't take it. Baker will. As we move under a minute to play in the first half. Close one here tonight with Livingston leading Upperman 1-0.
That's what I was talking about at the first of the game. You can never underestimate these teams, because that's when you get in your own head and that's when you get cocky. Not saying that's what's happened tonight, but some nights you just have off games and you learn from them and you come back stronger and more confident.
Beasley with the shot with the right foot, stopped by Gallegos there to make that play. Gallegos will play it long now for the Bees. That's a deep one there by Gallegos as he boomed that one probably 50 yards in the air. He may need to punt for the Upperman football team as that one went long. Lindsay with the pass now to try to hit Kogel. Tabu knocks it away. There to control it is Bo Griffin. Now Baker has it go off his foot. 13 seconds to play here in the first half. Tabu on the near side. Tabu now has it knocked away by Kogel. Tabu had wound up, but Kogel just put his foot right on the ball. Baker now with the left-footed pass will bounce to the corner, and it will be stopped by Gallegos as we reach halftime. At halftime, it's Livingston Academy 1, Upperman 0. Halftime now will be the senior night activities here. We'll send that to our PA announcers. We'll have halftime here, and we'll be back for the second half between Livingston Academy and Upperman coming up in just a moment.
just 2023 for you. And that too. Okay. Us too.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Livingston Academy. At this time, we will be recognizing our seniors for all their hard work. First on the list is number 4, Jackson Baker. Jackson is escorted by Kathy and Brent Baker. He is 18 years old and he's played soccer for 10 years. His position is right back and right forward. What's his favorite soccer memory? Volunteering at the All-In Football Club top soccer camp for the ones with special needs. What are your plans after high school, Jackson? He said, I plan to attend Tennessee Wesleyan University. He will be majoring in business and will be on the soccer team with an athletic scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Baker. Next senior will be recognized is Nathan Coble, number 17, otherwise known as your keeper of the goal. He has been escorted by Aaron Taggart and Brenna Kemp. He is 18 years old and he has played soccer for 7 years. His position is goalkeeper. Ask him what his favorite soccer memory is. He said nights in Gatlinburg at the hotel. His plans after high school to play football at Franklin College and major in sports management. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Coble. Next on the list is number 8, Darren Canancer. Darren has been escorted by his parents, Kelly and Gordon Canancer. He is 19 years old. He has played soccer for 16 years. His position on the soccer field is left back. You ask him what his favorite soccer memory is having a pit crew, beating everyone and playing rock, paper, scissors. What is his plans after high school? He plans to go to Tech for physical education under Coach Mann and get his master's in seminary and then get his doctorate in something cool so he can be Dr. Darren. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Canancer. Last but not least is number 20, Mason Beasley. Mason is being escorted by Kelly and Derek Beasley. He is 18 years old. He has played soccer for 2 years. His position is right bench. You ask him what his favorite soccer memory is being Darren's pit crew. His plans after high school is to major in physical therapy at Tennessee Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, Mason Beasley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Jackson and Nathan and Darren and Mason a big round of applause for all the many years they put in playing soccer and representing Livingston Academy. Thank you guys. Good luck in the future.
Ready to start the second half here at Livingston Academy on senior night for the Wildcats taking on the Upperman Bees here on senior night. And we were just talking there at halftime, Sayla, the Upperman plan has been a pretty good one, you know, to try to stay in this game. Just keep everybody back. You don't have as many players as Livingston Academy does. You're not going to be as fresh as they are. So you got to use everything to your advantage, and they've kind of done that. They've shortened the field, played everything on one end, so they haven't had to run very much. That's keeping them fresh. Plus, it's keeping all those defenders back. So they've had a pretty good plan.
Yeah, we have. They have had 4 back the whole time, and then we were playing with a 3. I think that's what we're playing with now, too. Keeping 3 back gives you another person up top. Giving 4 back keeps you one person in the back. So it's just how you want to play the game. And right now, we're trying to get points, and they're trying to keep us away from the goal.
Here's Watson looking to attack. He'll pass to Kogel, top of the box. They back it back out, tried to hit Sadler, but Upperman knocks it away with all those defenders back. But Kogel will get it back, plays it now to Lindsay. Lindsay passes back to Sadler. Sadler makes the left-footed pass, but no one there except Upperman. And I still believe that number 9 there is David Green. That's who we're going with because I haven't seen another 00 out there. But Canats are going to chase it down on the defensive end for Livingston. He'll bring it across the timeline, or across the midfield stripe. I get my sports mixed up sometimes. There's so many of them. Sadler will pass it back to Canatser. Again, those 8 back, and they're not only on the defensive side of the midfield line, they're 30 yards from the goal. They're just backing everybody as far back as they can get them.
I mean, in a game like this, when you are short people, that's the ideal thing to do. But at the same time, you don't really have a chance of getting goals if you only have, well, they don't even have one person up right now. So
no, there's nobody even close to the offensive end for Upperman. Here's a throw in for the Bees as they look to attack the other way, but Livingston will take it away with Watson. Watson passes now to Sadler. Sadler crosses it over to the right foot. He'll make the pass to the right top of the box. Knocked away, though, as it will be Livingston there to run it down. If they brought a new player in for the Wildcats. Now that's Kogel. Not used to him without the goalie jersey on. Right side now with Holman. His pass goes to the end line. So
I think they called it off, or a goal kick.
Will be a goal kick for Geigo. Sometimes you have to correct me. I call these things the wrong thing. Feel free if I'm saying it wrong to correct what I'm saying because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Okay, I'll be sure to do that.
Be more than happy. Geigos to play this one out with the left foot, and you can tell the wind's kind of died down because he doesn't have near the velocity that he had in that first half with that wind behind him because that one didn't even get to the half-court line or the midfield line.
And the sun's not in our goalie's eyes or our defense eyes, so that's good.
Sadler looking to attack. Almost a lot of contact there, but the players avoid each other. Watson pops this one in the air on the right side. They'll try to run it down over there, but man can't get to it. It's out of bounds. So a throw-in coming here for Upperman as Tabu will step out to take it. Now on these throw-ins, what's your thought there? A lot of people, especially down here, just get it into somebody that can try to make something happen, isn't it? Because when you're down this far with on the defensive end, there's not much you can do to attack anything, is there?
No, at the same time, your midfield and your wingers and your strikers, they're supposed to be checking to the person throwing in, so it's not as much, okay, the person throwing in, you have to get it to this person. It's whoever's open, whoever's running, whoever's checking into your person, because that opens up the field and that gives you more opportunities for passes.
Upperman has it knocked free. Livingston will get control. Is playing it will be Clark. Clark now to Sadler. Sadler goes in the middle. Now to Holman. Holman passes right side, trying to get Man on the wing. Man just stops on a dime, goes back to the left foot. Now looking to work on Tabu. And we're trying to make a little move over there on Tabu, but Tabu did a good job staying with him, body checking him as Man. He was trying to break out the whole repertoire of moves there, but Tabu just wouldn't give up, would he?
No, and that's a free kick for us.
Free kick for the Wildcats is stepping over to take it.
Jackson Baker.
Jackson Baker will take it with the right foot and kicked away by Upperman as Randall plays it out there, but Livingston will keep control. Watson up top off the pass from Sadler. Watson now tries to make the pass to the middle, but that's taken away by Upperman. The Bees will steal it. Now they look to work offensive field. Haven't been there for a while.
No, he hasn't had anybody up top to pass to. That's his problem.
Lindsay, body check there by Green. They let play continue. Passed up top to Kogel. Kogel looks to attack. He'll punch it out to Sadler. Left foot shot just misses wide to the left, and he put something on that one, didn't he? That was he ripped that one toward the left post.
He has a very strong left foot. Is he left-footed?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of games for them, and I apologize for that, but just sometimes with the scheduling, we don't get to see them as much as we do get offensive field for Upperman now, but Canatcher will stop that drive, but Upperman gets it back. They look to attack for the first time. Quick move there. Baker tries to play it out, but Upperman will get control there with it is Reap. Reap backs it back out to Branch. Branch trying to go back to Reap. It's played away now by Livingston. Is knocking it away as Clark. Getting control of it. It's going to be Holman. Holman, not a Canatcher. Canatcher to Lindsay. Lindsay goes through a defender that time as Kogel just takes out one of the Upperman defenders. Now whistle going to stop play. Clean play, though, as Kogel came through there. Just ran together, and Kogel just much better size than Upperman. Just kind of knocked him down.
That happens a lot of time, especially with like smaller players getting pushed around by bigger players. The bigger players have the disadvantage because it looks like they're getting pushed around.
It was a foul, though, on Livingston. I'm not sure if it was on Kogel. It was a late whistle. I don't think it was on that play.
I think it was on Lindsay.
Tabu might have got away with a push there on Mann. Then Mann comes back and kind of gives him one of his own as those two exchange a little physicality there. Now a long pass ahead. Gallego's going to come out and get it. Kind of looks like you playing out there a little bit, didn't it? Sometimes you got to give back what you get, don't you?
Yeah, you got to teach the other players a lesson not to do it again.
Gallegos plays this one out. Canatcher with control at midfield. Canatcher works it to the left side, spins back to his right foot. Now trying to work away from the defender. Pretty good defense there by Upperman, as that was good work there by Gage Walker. Just wouldn't give up and just wouldn't let Canatcher spin away from him.
If I'm not wrong, he's the one with the yellow card, and he needs to be careful because one more yellow card means a red card. And they can't afford to lose anyone else.
No, they can't be much more shorthanded and be successful. Sadler controls it for Livingston. Sadler has it punched away. Baker will recover it. Baker, quick move to the right foot. He gets around another defender. Now they'll body check him, and taking it away is going to be Randall. Randall, he may be the biggest player on the field. He's probably 6'3" out there for Upperman.
Tall, yes.
Livingston looking to attack the other way. Wildcats have it in the box, but it's played back out. Livingston will try to set something up. Say that again.
Bryson had a very clean side tackle.
And there you talked about that. May be another. It's going to be a foul.
Somebody's getting a yellow card. It's 18. That's the yellow card. Hits his second one.
And he's out. You called it there.
Just like 2 minutes ago.
The physical play as he gets his second yellow card, so they're down to 7 players now out in the field with the goalie with them, so that really changes things. So Jackson Baker looks like going to take the penalty kick for Livingston. They have everyone backed in the box, does Livingston. Baker take the long shot.
What? So he did give him a red card. That means he's out for at least 2 games.
They back the defenders away. Now they're going to move them closer. I thought they were too far back for Upperman. Baker going to ask the official to step it off, though, to get all the distance that he can. Good show of sportsmanship there as the official calling the teams together.
Team captains.
It is physical. We talked about it. Anytime Upperman and Livingston gets together, it gets intense in any sport, and that's just what we're seeing here tonight. I don't think anything dirty's happened tonight, just good physical play between these two, and sometimes you're going to get penalties that happen that way. I hate that the young man got the 2 and will have to be out, but I don't think there was anything intentionally trying to harm anybody. Gallegos just punches that one away off the foot of Baker. Man trying to run it down on the far side. He'll get to it. The quick throw in over on the far side. Livingston with control as they'll control it with Baker on the far side. Spins away. It's knocked free. Sadler, though, will play it on the throw in as it goes out of bounds. Quickly up top. Livingston with control as Watson has it knocked away, though, by Upperman. They'll make the pass ahead, but there to get to it is going to be Clark. Now Canatzer on this near side. Canatzer works at left side as he'll dribble there for the Wildcats, trying to find an open spot. They back it back out to Lindsay. Livingston pulling everybody up on this offensive end now just about. Kogel up top, has it knocked away, taken away by Domingo Mendez. He'll get it back here, but then it bounces free. Domingo Mendez coming to the offensive end. He looks to work it up the right side. He's working there against a couple of players. Canatzer will kick it away, and that may be the farthest they've made it toward the Livingston goal, as they're going to get a throw in here.
I know Rocco's looking a little tired back there.
Throw in played.
Oh, shove. That was it. Could be a possible yellow.
They look at each other, and I think
yep,
you're right.
Possible yellow.
So that one's going to go on Jackson Lindsay for the yellow card. And that's what I talk about. Sometimes you get the yellow card, but that wasn't overly aggressive. You know, it was contact. But
it was enough to show the refs that, yeah, he overpowered him and he got shoved to the ground. And sometimes you just have to even out that playing field. I've given this team a yellow card. Let's give this team a yellow card. And sometimes that's just how it is, and it's the game.
That is true. So a penalty against Livingston as they start the clock again. Here's the kick by Upperman. They'll play it over the goal line, so Carwile will come and get it for the Wildcats. That's going to be Canatzer coming back to take the kick for Livingston. Canatzer will play it with the left foot. Long kick by
Canatzer. Very pretty kick.
Yes, up this near side. Watson goes ahead to Brown. Brown through the double team, trying to go right side, but Tabu there to play it away. Now Domingo Mendez might have got away with a handball there as he swiped at that one. Kogel now on the left side. Kogel, that defender, just trying to body up with Kogel, but Kogel much stronger. Now a little push in the back that he got away with there. And now
that was a full arm extension too. Sometimes the ref will let it play out to see who has advantage. Say Upperman fouled Livingston, but Livingston he'll have the advantage. He'll let the play keep playing. But say Upperman fouled Livingston and then Upper got the advantage, that's when you call it. That's why he sometimes waits a few seconds to blow the whistle.
So it's not just instantaneous like basketball. You just doesn't happen right then.
Yeah, it's mostly to see, hey, they got fouled. Let's see if they take the advantage.
That's smart. Canatzer going to take the penalty kick here for Livingston. Darren, one of the seniors for the Wildcats. One thing about it, these young men is the left-footed kick by Canatzer to the right post. That one bounces. Gallegos, did he stop it? He did. That's a great effort right there by Kevin Gallegos, as that was on the edge of going in the goal, but he's able to keep it out and keep the score at 1-0.
That came off of an Upperman player, not a Livingston player.
Sometimes that friendly fire is the toughest thing to deal with when it just bounces the wrong way. But Gallegos made a great defensive play after having to leave the game early due to being shaken up.
Looks like Will Brown switched positions with somebody in the defense. He's playing a completely different position now. He was on defense. Now he's looking to advance forward.
Sadler working on the far side. Little contact there. He'll take the right-footed pass in the middle. It bounces free to Watson. He'll take the shot, but it's over the top of the crossbar as he lined that one up and just a little too fired up that he was that open. It just
That's what I was talking about earlier about leaning over the ball. That is such a big thing when shooting, because if you don't lean over the ball and you're leaning back, 9 out of 10 times it's going to go over the goal.
I will say that senior night for these 4 seniors, the halftime recognition for them, they had some great answers to some of those questions, didn't they? These guys, they have some fun, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Coach Sadler and Coach Heather and Coach Brooke and Coach Michael, at least for the girls, they made it so much fun. It wasn't just a sport. It was a family. And by the end of the season, you know all the girls so well, and I know that my season's about to start. We have tryouts May 25th, and I'm just so excited to get back to be with all those girls every day.
Here's Canatzer heading that one away. Domingo Mendez will have it go off him. Quick pass from Holman. Breaking ahead is Brown on the left side. Good hustle, though, by Upperman coming back to make the defensive stop, as that's a great effort right there by Upperman getting back to stop that run out. And It will be Upperman with possession controlling is DJ Branch. Knocked out of bounds by Livingston, so a throw in here for Upperman. That was 29, I think, that came back and made that stop. Joshua Rampachik. Green to play the ball in. Upperman had control. Watson knocked it free, though, and Sadler will control. Sadler quickly in the offensive field. Sadler spins to his right. Makes the pass over to Baker. Baker now works to the right side. Man over there. He'll make the pass into the box, but kicked away there by Upperman as they'll play it back out. Man just trying to work it in the middle for somebody to be able to get a look there at the on frame, isn't it? Livingston with the throw in. They play it to the top of the box. It's bouncing free, but Upperman will play it out of there. As there to get control is Clark. Clark now has it knocked away. He'll battle to get it back, but Upperman will come up with it as Branch coming out of there, and a whistle going to stop play. And a penalty going to be called on Livingston. Upperman with the penalty kick here with 27 minutes to play in the second half. Feels like Livingston just dominated this one, but it's still a 1-0 game. I mean, this is a one-goal game here tonight, so Upperman's still very much in this one.
They just need to get their numbers up, and that's what they're doing on this kick.
Long kick headed away by Baker. Baker now to Man. Man goes ahead to Brown. Brown falling down. The ball is loose. Baker will get to it. Baker now looking to work it inside. He'll go back out, try to hit Sadler. It's knocked free, but there to pick it up is Brown. Brown then has it kicked away by Upperman over the goal line. So a corner kick coming up here for Livingston Academy as they'll get Baker stepping out to take it. Which way do you prefer, to take it from the field side or from the out-of-bounds side? I guess it just depends on which foot you're more confident in, but he's going to take it field side.
That's what I'd say, field side probably.
Baker to play this one here with the right foot. Makes the pass right to the right goal. It's headed over the top of the crossbar, though. As Man, I think it was. No, it was not.
Dylan Holman.
Dylan Holman had the attempt at the header. Just missed it going over the top of the crossbar.
Just barely.
And a great pass that set it up, wasn't it? That's tough to do to make that 40-yard pass.
That was a lot like a corner kick. It was set up a lot in the same way, and so I guess they decided that's a lot of the same plays they do.
Upperman with control. They're going to keep it on this end, though, as Gallegos rolling that one right in front of the goal. That's dangerous with Kogel waiting. Kogel was right there, but bounced the wrong way. Canancer goes right side to Baker. Baker trying to run it down, but can't get to it. Conserves a little energy, just lets it go out of bounds. And a throw in coming here for Upperman with 25 minutes to play in the second half, and Livingston leading 1-0 in this district matchup. Wildcats trying to move above 500 in district play as they're 2-2 in the district. Upperman trying to get their first win. They're 0-4 in district play. There's a...
Upperman's got some numbers up top now. At least two people.
Domingo Mendez looking to attack, but Clark will take it away. Clark saw those numbers come up. Now he thinks they've got a chance to attack. Clark will back it back to Canancer. Canancer, long pass ahead. This is going to pull the goalie out. Can he get to it first? He does, and makes the stop. Boy, Kogel was bearing down on that one, trying to get to it along with Baker. The ball is loose. Now Watson comes up with it. Watson right in the middle. Bump there, and a whistle and a foul going to be called. Foul going to go on Upperman. I think the crowd might have influenced that one just a little bit, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Hayden Clark's got some speed on him. We need to put him up top, running for them long balls.
Yeah, he does. So who's going to take this one here? Watson going to take the free kick. Penalty kick as they'll line the defenders up. They'll back them up here. As we approach the halfway mark of this second half, Livingston would love to get an insurance goal here to take more than a 1-0 lead.
This has been a very physical game. Usually we don't have this many free kicks or penalties in that matter.
Now they've got them set where they need to be. Watson will play it, and it goes over the top of the crossbar. Watson Had that one sail on him. While we've got a moment, let's thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. B&R Metals, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, Livingston Regional Hospital, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, and Cooper Recycling, our sponsors here on Overton Events. Livingston looking to attack, but Taibu will come away with it. Now Clark takes it away from him. No, that's Lindsay that took it away.
Lindsay and Kenny Dale came in.
They battle there. Taibu comes away with it. So Jackson Lindsay back in for the Wildcats.
He's going to be after careful because he doesn't want another yellow card.
Lindsay passes now to Holman. Holman
has a shot outside of the 18.
Here is Watson looking to attack and scores the goal. That is Kogel. Kogel with the goal.
Second goal of the night.
Second
on
goal.
His senior night.
That's a pretty big night, isn't it? That one wasn't on a penalty kick. So Nathan Kogel scores the goal for Livingston Academy, as Sayla said, his second. And just they were body checking him in there, and we talked about the size, and he just was able to take that and score the goal.
He had 2-3 defenders on him too. That's not easy to do. He got his head up, he found the goal, he shot.
So halfway through the second half, Livingston gets that insurance goal, and they lead now 2-0 over Upperman here on senior night. As Upperman going to play it after the goal by Livingston, DJ Branch play it for the Bees. As the official ready, Branch now will play it to their defensive end. Green keeps it in bounds, but there to get to it is going to be Holman. Holman now to Watson. Watson to Lindsay. That one bounces off Domingo Mendez to Watson, then right back to Lindsay. Ball is loose there. Lindsay finally gets control. Man now, the pass trying to hit Kogel on the right end line. He'll get there before it gets out of bounds. Plays it back out to Baker. Now the pass in the middle. It's free inside. Gallego's going to come and get it.
They called it offsides on Will Brown.
So Brown behind that last defender, that second to last defender, with the goalie the last defender. And boy, that's close too. It wasn't. There's not a lot of room to get behind him, is there?
There was a lot, like Nathan, how he just scored. But sometimes you get unlucky, you get called off.
Guy goes to play this one out. Goes to midfield. Livingston will get control of it though. And now whistle on the stop play. Handball.
Free kick for Upperman.
So free kick for the Bees here. I think there have been a couple of handballs they might have missed, but that one right in the middle, they were on top of that one. And Upperman will get control. Bees will take it right on that white LA painted here.
Bees will get the numbers up now. They have 4 people up.
It's the most they've had on this end in a long time. That long past Carwile will come out to the right side of the goal to play that one. As Rocco will come and get it. It wasn't on frame, so no shot on goal. Don't think they've had a shot on goal tonight for the Bees.
I don't think they have either. Like I said, Rocco has very, very little action back there.
No, not.
But he's doing great for what he's been given.
It's sometimes the hardest part, keeping your head in the game when that's going on. And
for real, it is. Even on all parts, like when you're on defense and you are getting no action, it is very hard to stay.
Livingston with the throw in. They try to play it to the top right part of the box.
As we were talking about throw-ins earlier, sometimes when the ball goes out and you notice they pick it up really fast and they play it, it's because people are still recovering from the play before. And so they're trying to catch the other team off guard and go ahead and throw it fast. Maybe we could get one past them.
Upperman heads that one out of bounds. Quick throw in by Livingston, but they can't do anything with it, so it'll be out of bounds off the Wildcats. So a free kick here, a goal kick for Upperman as Gallegos will take this one. He was shaken up again there on that goal attempt by Kogel, or that goal scored by Kogel, then the goal attempt later. He was even slower getting up, so he's still not 100%, it doesn't seem like, back there, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Games like these two, when you have a disadvantage on how many players you have, you want to stay in there for your game. Even though you're hurting, sometimes it's just playing through the game, getting through those next 18 minutes.
Livingston looking to attack. It goes off. Upperman, though, and out of bounds, so Baker will step out to throw it in for Livingston Academy as he'll play it. Tried to hit Kogel, headed away by Upperman. Watson can't control it. Now Lindsay will take it away. Lindsay will make the pass. Gallegos going over to knock it away, but that's bounced back outside. Now the shot by Livingston goes over the crossbar and out of bounds.
Goal kick.
So a goal kick here for Upperman. 18 minutes to play in the second half. Livingston leading now 2-0 over the Upperman Bees. Gallegos to play this one. He'll back up and try again. Now plays it out there with the left foot. Out there with it is Kenny Beatty for Livingston Academy. You saw him come in there a moment ago. Beatty checking in for the Wildcats. Long pass ahead. Bounces there. Unable to control it was Cahill. Beatty will get to it. Beatty makes the pass now to Baker. Baker, his pass knocked away by Randall, but Livingston gets it back.
That was a good one, too. Jackson is now making the overlapping run around Bryson to give him more options to pass to.
So that's a set play when they do that.
Yeah, sometimes it's not something you're like...
Oh, there's a shot, and there's a goal by Jackson Lindsay. Lindsay from 30 yards able to knock that one in. I think the goalie, the most surprised person in the place, as he didn't expect that coming, and Jackson Lindsay, pretty shot there.
That was beautiful. You couldn't have placed it better.
Lindsay going top shelf, left side, away from the goalie, and just dropping it in there.
I'm beginning to think he needs to take our free kicks. That was beautiful.
It was. That was a great shot. So it's 16:51 to play in the second half. Livingston has added 2 goals here in the second half, and they lead it now 3-0 over Upperman. The offense coming to life a little bit, and this short-handed Upperman team, the conditioning may be coming into play. Here's Kogel looking to attack. Kogel backs it back out, tried to hit Holman. Upperman knocks it away, gets control. They'll spin to the right foot. It's loose. Canatra will get to it. He'll make the long pass. Oh, that spins right in the box. Gallego's going to come out and get it, and talk about some English right there. How about that pass there by Canatra? That started all the way like it was going out to the corner, then loops all the way back in front of the net. How do you do that? I don't know how you make it's like a curveball breaking back in. Lindsay makes the pass on the far side, trying to get to man over there. But out of bounds, so a throw in here for Upperman. Be taken away by Livingston. Watson makes the pass over to Baker. Baker now to Lindsay. Lindsay back to Baker, breaking up that right side. Baker makes the pass up top, bounces to Kogel. Kogel takes the shot, but a defender touched it first, and Gallego's able to get the stop. That defender slowed it down just enough, and sometimes you just need a little help to be able to stop those goals.
That's for sure. Let's talk about Kogel. He came out of the goal, and now he's the person who's scored both 2 goals.
There's a whistle and a penalty. It's going to go.
It's a foul on Upperman, so free kick.
He's pointing the other way. Oh, I think it's going to be on Livingston. Yeah. They're stopping play. It will be Upperman that will take the free kick. Gallegos just will play it. No, it's going to be where he just rolls it up there where the penalty happened. Taking it is going to be Rapacek. Rapacek will play it out of there. Headed away by Lindsay, I think it was, and then
in the back that it should be a yellow card.
And they hit heads together, it looked like, and Collins is shaken up. Or Green, David Green, the player down. I think that his face kind of hit the back of the head of Jackson Lindsay, and he is shaken up. The injury here, 14-12 to play in the second half. It's Livingston 3, Upperman 0. They're going to call the coach in to look at him. We'll be back in just a moment. So Gallegos, or rather Green, able to walk off unassisted. Now he's back down. I think he's cramping up is what's going on, as they were working on the leg, stretching him out. Tried to leave. He did get a yellow card out of that, and I'm not sure if he had gotten one earlier or not.
So they're down another player. That makes how many on the field?
6 plus the goalie, so 7. That's not many.
I don't think I've ever seen a game like this. I mean, except in rec league, but everybody has 6.
Did a basketball game one night when Livingston ended with 3 boys on the field or on the court, so it can happen. It can happen, but this is hopefully he'll be able to come back. It's still 14-12 to play as they're trying to just work out the calf injury there. While we've got a moment, let's talk a little bit about what your team did last year, that run to the state tournament. How fun was that? I mean, we got to do a lot of those postseason games with you here on Overton Events, and boy, the way the crowd was coming out, the way everybody was getting into it, that just had to be one of the most fun times you've had as a soccer player.
Oh, it was one of the best experiences I think I'll ever experience as a soccer player. Just for soccer players and playing at a high school, you don't get a lot of support. But seeing everybody come out, it was just the best feeling in the world. And getting to go to state and get to experience all that, it's something that we don't know if we'll ever get to do again. And it's not something that everybody gets to experience. It was the best.
The chemistry, I thought, of that team last year, it just seemed to come together as the season went along. You could kind of tell that it was happening and that something good may be going to happen with this bunch, because you had different players playing different roles, and everybody kind of knew what their role was, and that has to be fun when you just go out and just do what you're supposed to do, and success comes with it.
That's true, and when you're all getting to work together every day, you learn each other's weaknesses, you learn each other's strong suits, and you just get to really bond with one another, and you get to learn like how each other play and how each other like deals with stuff. And I don't know, it's something that you can't really learn just in life. You gotta play a sport and you gotta build that relationship with your teammates. It's something that you won't learn any other way, and our coaches are to thank for that. They really made us bond, and they taught us a lot about life, that it's not just about soccer, it's about so much more.
And I tell you, one of the best, we'll let this get started. Here's Watson going to take the penalty kick for Livingston Academy as he'll play it down toward the goal. That's going to be close, but it bounces just left of the left post and out of bounds. So a goal kick here for Upperman. That I know you weren't the one that did it, but Emma Dulworth, that penalty kick she got, was it Signal Mountain? that she just laid out and got that stop on that penalty kick. That may be the best soccer play I've ever seen here at Livingston Academy. Granted, I haven't seen them all, but that was impressive.
That is the hardest thing to stop as a goalie. You do not want a penalty kick. And when she done that, that was such an important game. And when she stopped it, it was like such a great feeling. Probably even better than getting a goal that game. It was just such a sign of relief.
Oh, I got juiced over that. When you do things like that, that just brings out the true fan in me. Here's a long pass, Beatty. It will be Cahill getting to it for Livingston. Now to Canancer. Canancer on this near side. We'll back it back to Cahill. Now, I think he started on the offensive end during the first of the game, so that they are moving people to a whole lot of different positions.
That shows really good coaching, too, because when something's not working in a game, you need to change it. You don't need to keep it how it is, and that's what they've done in this game. They've moved people around, they've changed positions, and that shows very good coaching.
Livingston looking to attack. Gallego's going to come out and just kick that one away with the left foot and out of bounds. So a throw-in coming here for Livingston as Holman stepping out to throw in. Livingston's got some more people ready to check in. Who have they got? Now they're going back toward the dugout over there.
They had Mann and Watson about to come back in. I think they'll come back in on the next play.
Canancer plays it into the box. That one bounces away. That's number 20 back in there for Livingston. Mason Beasley is checked back in. Here's a shot by Brown. Scores it. Will Brown with the goal for Livingston Academy. Just right to the right foot. We've had a lot of left-footed shots today, but Brown, that was some power to that right low corner.
And what was interesting about that is Nathan came from defense, played offense, scored. Will came from defense, played offense, scored. And they were both, like, he was goalie and he was the last defender. And then they switched things up. That shows just great coaching and, like, seeing a need for something up at the top. And they switched some things around, and it's working.
But I think Jackson Lindsay started on defense, and he got the other goal. I believe he was a defender.
He did, and I think he was a midfielder, if not.
So that is.
That was a very, very good goal. It was very well placed.
And power behind that one.
There's a lot of power.
So 12:09 to play in the second half. Livingston takes a bigger lead as they move in front 4-0 now over Upperman. The Bees with control now as Canancer will knock it free. Ball is loose, but Upperman gets it back.
Number 9 is back in. Good to see that.
It was a warmer day today. It got about 80 degrees today, so that's changed everything. Here's a long shot. Carwile will have to stop one that might have had a chance to bounce into the goal, so that might have been the first shot on goal right there by Upperman. Not sure. Phil's the statistician of the group, so I'm not sure how he would have scored that one, but here's Livingston looking to go the other way. Wildcats looking to attack over on the far side. That one's out of bounds off of Upperman, so a throw in here for the Wildcats. Who is that one throwing in for Livingston? They're as far over there as they can get. That is Lindsay there to throw it in. Livingston with control. Wildcats now with the 4-0 lead. That's just about insurmountable here for Upperman as Brown with it up top. He'll make the pass to the top of the box on the right side. Beasley heads it away, tried to head it toward the goal. They had another player, Canancer, breaking in on this left side. So a little play-like working there for the Wildcats on offense that time. Beasley tried to head it to him, maybe get some kind of a rebound or something working in front, but just couldn't get high enough. That's why I meant to ask you a minute ago. One of them took, I don't even remember who it was now, it's been so long, but the header from about 35, 40 yards, just right top of the head. How's that feel when you take that shot?
Oh, coming from experience many, many times, it usually leaves you having a headache, and it is super scary to take them. But during preseason, Coach Brooke taught us how to do them safely because there are so many wrong ways to do them, and you can leave it permanently damaged. Coming with somebody who's had a concussion, headers are super dangerous if you don't do them right, especially with like a 50-mile-per-hour ball coming at your head. You need to learn how to do them correctly. And
you could bite your tongue off, or something. I mean, it could be dangerous doing that. Here's Watson looking to attack on the far side. Watson has it knocked away. Ball is loose as it'll go on the sideline, out of bounds. Sadler stepping up to throw in for Livingston. We're under 10 minutes to play here in the second half. Sadler backs it up now. We're on the far side. Do they have a new player in there? They do, as Upperman able to stop that one, as I'm trying to see who the new player is that Livingston's had check in. He's number 26 out there. Hayden Stone has checked in for Livingston. Beatty with it. Now to Brown. Brown heads it ahead to Baker. Baker, quick pass to Canatzer. Canatzer works it right side, but Upperman there to play it away. There we talk about a header, and they try to do one, just can't get to it. But if you're going to get one, that might be the way. Just have it kind of glance off you and go the other way.
Well, there are two different types of headers. There's offensive headers and defensive headers. Defensive, you want them high and away from the goal. Offensive, you want them down to the ground.
Here is Holman to Beatty, right back to Holman. Holman looking to turn on the Jets here. Knocked away from behind, recovered though by Canatzer. And now a penalty going to stop play as the official over on the far side of the field going to call a penalty.
Not too sure. There's some confusion. Looks like a card for 29.
It may be.
Maybe.
They're calling the other official down to him. I think they may be going to get a... Well, we had 4, 5 yellow cards tonight.
I think we've had 3 or 4, yeah. It's a drop ball for Upperman.
Beatty with control.
Not really sure what that call was. It's a big quick blast.
Holman now to Canatzer. Canatzer quickly on the offensive end. Canatzer goes back to Beatty, but it's out of bounds. Now that's something, I've done this for 7, 8, 9 years. What's a drop ball? Haven't seen that before. Why do you do that?
Drop ball, I'm not really sure the specific reasons. There's like a few different instances you could use it. But one is like it hits the ref, and that would be a drop ball for whoever had the ball at that time. Say Will Brown kicked a ball at the ref and it hit him. It'd just be a drop ball for Livingston. Yeah. And that's what could have happened there, just something simple like that.
I've never seen.
At that time, I don't really know what the call was, so I can't really say what.
Upperman loses out of bounds off of DJ Branch. Beatty with a quick throw in to Holman. Holman now will keep control of it. He'll make the pass now to Sadler. Sadler tried to hit Beasley, punched away. Canatzer there with it, though, for Livingston. He'll turn back to the left side. He'll take the shot with the left foot and tries that curve ball again. That one didn't have as much of a break as the long one before.
Just
and it
stays a little bit more.
Stays outside as...
That's White coming in for Dylan Holman.
Number 1, Noah White, checking in for the Wildcats. As he'll get in with 6.5 to play here in the second half. So Livingston's going to go to 6-3. They're going to go to 3-2 in the district. Upperman's going to drop to 4-11. They're going to go to 0-7 in district play. Now, Coach Sadler, I did hear him talking the other day that they have changed the way that the district is kind of broken up into 2 different sections now, isn't it, with the Wildcats. As Baker up top, trying to position himself for a shot. He'll take it at the right post, and just off the bar, it bounces back out, and Gallegos will get it. Oh, that was close by Baker, just right to the top corner, but just couldn't get the hook inside, but a good effort.
That would have been the prettiest goal I have ever seen. That was gorgeous, even though it didn't go in.
Long pass by Gallegos here. Now, Lindsay controlling it. Lindsay, is that another new player in there? We'll check that in just a moment. As White will try to make that pass in the middle. No, that's still...
Oh.
That is Kogel still out there. Now we've got some more new players coming in.
We have Sujal.
And number 11, Sujal Patel.
Ledbetter.
Number 14, Kason Lawrence. Number 6, Clayton Ledbetter. I think that's all the new ones. Official stopping play, and I guess just because so many substitutions coming in for Upperman. We will tell you that coming up tomorrow night, it will be 8th grade night for the junior high soccer team. We'll be here for that one, weather permitting. They're going to let us know tomorrow if they'll be able to play that one, as there is a threat of rain coming in. So they're going to make the decision about noon tomorrow as to whether or not they're going to play.
Some of the best soccer games, in my opinion, are played in the rain. Not going to lie.
With equipment, it takes a whole lot of covering to cover this equipment,
That's
though.
true. For players.
I remember doing a broadcast of one several years ago in a little hunting blind that just set up a deer hunting blind. That it was raining. It's coming a big storm. It's cold. Steve Huntley, when we was assistant coach years ago, brought it and set it up for me. I appreciated that more than he'll ever know. Canatcher on the offensive end for Livingston Academy. He'll make the pass over to Stone. Stone now to Ledbetter. Kogel looks to attack. Kogel has it knocked away. Upperman will keep possession. Now they'll play it over to the far side and out of bounds as we approach 4 minutes to play in the game. Stone with the long pass ahead. Headed away by Upperman. Bounces near the sideline. It will roll out of bounds and a throw in here for the Wildcats. Trying to hit Beasley, but knocked away by Upperman. Kogel has it punched away by Domingo Mendez. Kogel will get it back. Couple of defenders there. Not much he can do with it right near the goal line. Tried to play it off Domingo Mendez and over the goal line, but a good job by him keeping it in bounds. Now there's a steal by Baker. Baker with the pass right in front. It's rolling free. White couldn't connect with it. Now it will be a goal for Livingston.
For a senior.
Mason Beasley with that one for Livingston Academy, was it not?
Yes, and you can tell the team is super, super excited about that one. That is 2 seniors who've gotten goals tonight.
Mason Beasley scoring the goal. I talked about the announcements that they made at halftime. What was it that he said his starting position was? Right bench, I think.
Yeah, he's been injured most of the season, so he's had a very positive attitude about it, obviously.
That's
he's been a very good teammate.
And now a goal here. That on senior night, we talked about moments. That's one he'll remember forever, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So the Wildcats move in front 5-0. Now over Upperman. They've got a lot of people ready to check in at the next opportunity. A lot of people coming back in for Upperman. You've got the good eyes. I'll let you take care of that when we get ready to go. Upperman with control. 2.5 to play here in the second half. Livingston with that goal taking a 5-0 lead as that one bounces over the fence. Patel going to run and get another one to play it in for Livingston Academy. Goes to Canatcher. Pops it up in the air. White trying to find it. It bounces on the ground. White will get to it. Now a whistle going to stop play, and I didn't see much there. They've called a whole lot of things, but I didn't see a whole lot there. Is Beatty going to come and get it? The penalty going to go on to Upperman. Darren Canatcher. They're not going to bring those other players in. I guess they were just moving.
I think they were celebrating.
I don't blame them. Canatcher. He's going to take one with the right foot here, it looks like, for the Wildcats. Right in front. Bounces through, and Gallegos makes the stop. You thought like I did. That first defender missed it. Thought he might go in front of Gallegos and kind of block his vision, but Gallegos able to stick with it and make the stop.
It looked like it was going between his legs. That's why I got excited.
Beasley backs it back out. Beatty will control it for Livingston. Beatty now will make the pass to Lawrence. Lawrence moving ahead to Kogel. Kogel, on this senior night, they've brought him out a goal and let him play the entire game out in the field. He probably doesn't get a lot of chances to play in the field, so this has been a good reward for him on senior night. Upperman plays it in. Kick it right back out of bounds. Huge change and from what we had at the first of the game. The wind blowing about 20, 25 miles an hour. Now there's absolutely no wind as we move under a minute to play. Grayson Copeland has checked in for Livingston Academy. He wears
Something
number
scary
20.
about letting your goalie play the field, though, because usually you only have one of them. So it's super scary about injuries, and you don't want them to get hurt because, you know, if they're out, you're going to have to train somebody completely different for the job.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Upperman looking to attack. It bounces free. The Bees will get control over on this near side. They'll take the shot. Carlisle will knock it away and knock it over the goal line. So
he did get some action there, didn't
he? Did. Corner kick coming here for Upperman. They try to hurry up as they want to get on the board. They'll take the shot right in front, headed away by Kogel. White trying to.
That hurt.
That's one we talked about, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it hit him in the face.
White trying to run it down. Time will run out, though, as they try to play it in, and they'll run out of time. So that's going to be your final score. Livingston Academy on senior night defeats the Upperman Bees by a score of 5-0. As you talked about him being injured, this team, I think the biggest thing they're fired up about tonight is the Mason Beasley goal. As they crowd around him, Livingston wins at 5-0 with the win. The Wildcats go to 6-3 overall. They go to 3-2 in District 7 AAA play. With the loss, Upperman drops to 4-11. They go to 0-7 in District 7 AAA play. Sayla, thank you for helping us out tonight, and we hope you come back and join us again.
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed it.
Livingston Academy with the win, 5-0. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. For Tyler Maxwell and Sayla Howard.